Hello. Hello. माइक दिक्कत सेकंड माइक कनेक्ट कर दे रहा था. Hello. 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 Hello.
Good evening, everyone. Okay. Once again, welcome back to the confidence boosting series. Yesterday, we started with analysis of 2021 paper. We said this confidence boosting series is all about dispelling the myth that the papers, okay, or especially for CSAT, okay, the papers in which CSAT was considerably difficult, okay, is just a myth. Okay, we are going to break down each and every question and see are there really unsolvable questions in these papers. Okay, and yesterday we have started with 2021 paper and we have solved approximately 10 questions. Okay, and out of these 10, 7 were directly application of the basic concept that you seek. One was divisibility rules, second one was okay, you would have, if you are watched the series yesterday or the video yesterday, you would have easily understood that there was no twist, nothing else. Okay, just application of basic concepts. And I guarantee you that in all these years there will be definitely 50% of the questions, 40 to 50% of the questions which are of this kind, direct application of basic facts. Okay, all you need to solve such questions efficiently is, okay, and we have discussed one approach too, the pro approach, where P stands for understand, okay, understand the process, okay, R stands for if you are stuck anywhere, okay, redistribute the question or think of the question in different terms, and O stands for options. Always your question is, okay, will always be incomplete without referring to options. Okay, so having started this yesterday, let's take a further step today. Okay, so I think yesterday's last question was 18th. Okay, yes, we have solved this 21. Okay, 19th. Integers are listed from 70 to 1000. Integers are listed from 70 to 1000. In how many integers is the sum of digits 10? In how many integers is the sum of digits 10? Okay, in how many integers is the sum of digits 10? For all such questions, you should be very careful regarding the P part of the flow. Okay, following the procedure. Okay, so I am going to give you a few ways of dealing questions like this. Okay, you follow these questions, you will definitely reach the answer. Okay, and what is the path? Okay. One, first always find out the number of places. Find out the number of places. Next, fulfill any conditions. Okay, fulfill any conditions regarding those places. Okay. Third, and then look for okay, different possibilities, okay. Okay, always follow these 3 steps. Okay, first start with finding out the number of places. Okay, so the question was, what was that? 700 to 1000. Okay, all the integers were listed. He was asking us how many numbers, okay, how many numbers have the sum of the digits as 10. Okay, sum of the digits as 10. Okay, first 700 to 1000. Okay, 700 to 1000, how many places are there? Okay, all the numbers that are present in this range are what kind of numbers? They are 3-digit numbers. Okay, they are 3-digit numbers. Okay, so now fulfill condition 17. Okay, 700 to 1000. Okay, so your first place can be 7, can be 8, and can be 9, right? Always be methodical in this. Okay, it could be 7, it could be 8, and it could be 9. Now what is the condition that is required? The sum of the parts, the sum of the digits must be equals to 10. Okay, the sum of the parts must be equals to 10. Okay, so what makes 7 a 10? Adding what digit gives you a 10? Okay, adding what digit to 7 gives you a 10? It is 3. Next, for 8 it is 2. Okay, for 9 it is 1. Is this clear? Nothing complicated here. Okay, so now since the places are already fixed, okay, 3 should be, this 3 has to be distributed according, okay, to units place and tens place. 2 should be distributed, okay, for the units place and the tens place, and 1 should be distributed among this. Okay, now in how many ways can you make a 3? In how many ways can you make a 3? Okay, 0, 3 is 3 itself. 0, 3 is 3 itself, and 2 plus 1 is also 3 itself. Okay, 2 plus 1 is also 3 itself. Okay, so to make 10, we need to add 3 to a 7, and 3 can be expressed in either, okay, 0 plus 3 or 2 plus 1. Okay, now in 0 plus 3 form, you see 2 places, 2 variables. Okay, 2 places, 2 variables. In how many ways can you write this? It is simply 2 into 2. Okay, x, y, y, x. Okay, so 0, 3 and 3, 0. So 2 times. In the same way, for 21, 2 places and 2 digits. 2 places and 2 digits. So in how many ways can you write? Same way, 2. Next, in how many ways can you write a 2? I can write 2 as 1 plus 1, okay, a sum of the digits as 2 as 1 plus 1, or I could write 0 and 2. You see how methodically I am going, okay. I am assuming 1, I am going deep into the condition, analyzing what are the possibilities there. Once I finish this, I am going to the next possibility, okay. Always be methodical, okay, and follow these steps, it will always be helpful, okay. So 1 and 1, okay, 1 and 1, okay. If you know possibilities, okay, how many different numbers can we make from 1 and 1? Two places are there, two numbers are there, but there are also two repeats, okay. So 1 is repeated twice, so the only possibility is 1 in this case. Next, 0 2, two places and two digits, so how many possibilities you can do? Okay, there are two possibilities, and again 1, okay. How can you get a 1? A 1 is addition of 0 and 1, 0 and 1. Okay, 1 is addition of 0 and 1. So, okay, so two places, two digits, and how many possibilities are there? Okay, two possibilities. So, if you count all this, 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 3, 7, 7 plus 2, 9, okay. So, the number of possibilities are 9, okay. So, the number of possibilities are 9, okay. This is clear? So, would you rank this as easy? Okay, nothing complicated, just okay, find out the number of places and then the digits, okay, and look for what when added to the number gives us results in the digit sum being 10, okay. 3 can be made up of, always at every step look out for possibilities, 3, it is possible by 0 and 3, 2 and 1, okay, 0 and 3 and 2 and 1, okay. In the same way for 2, 1 and 1 and 0 and 2, 1 and 1 and 0 and 2, and 1 is 0 and 1, okay. So, there are 9 possibilities, okay. So, would you consider this easy? Okay. So, the count for easy, okay, has been increased by +1, okay. So, yesterday we have seen all the 7 questions were easy, okay, +1, 8, okay. Now, let us go for the next one. A woman runs, okay, a woman runs 12 kilometers towards her north, and then 6 kilometers towards her south, and then 8 kilometers towards her east, okay. In which direction is he or in which direction is she from her starting point, okay. In which direction is she from her starting point? You remember yesterday we have talked about, okay, looking at direction questions holistically instead of seeing them as, okay, someone takes to his left and walks certain distance, someone takes a turn towards his right, and instead of viewing it as a piecemeal, okay, instead of seeing direction problems as a piecemeal problem, okay, if we follow a holistic approach, you see, what was the holistic approach based upon? Look at whole problem as a whole, okay, a whole problem as a constituent part. You see what happens when you see, okay, when you have a holistic approach, you go north, you go south, what will happen? Both will get cancelled each other. You go left, you go right, okay, both will, or east or west, both will cancel each other, okay. Now follow the same. A woman runs 12 kilometers towards her north, okay. A woman is here, she runs 12 kilometers towards her north, and then 6, okay, towards her north, and then 6 kilometers towards her south, okay, north and then again towards south, okay, and then again towards the south. So what happens? North 12 kilometer and south 6 kilometer get cancelled, and what is the resultant? She is 6 kilometers north, okay, she is 6 kilometers north, okay. Now she is 6 kilometers, okay, So from the starting position, okay, she is 6 kilometers north. Okay. Woman runs 12 kilometers towards her north and then 6 kilometers towards her south. Okay. Now in which direction is she facing? Her position is still, okay, north 6 meters. In what direction is she facing? She is facing south now. Okay. And then 8 kilometers towards her east. Okay. And then 8 kilometers towards her east. Okay. This is east, right? Okay. Now he is asking in which direction is she from the starting point. She started from here, right? Okay. She started from here and then it is east. Okay. She is asking now. This is her direction. If you get confused by lens, nothing, just, okay, draw a cross here. Okay. This is north, south, east and west. In which direction is her finishing point? It is in northeast. Okay. So south of east gone. Okay. South of east gone. Okay. So what happens for 45 degrees? For 45 degrees, you know, all these are right angles. For 45 degrees, what needs to happen? It will always be a right triangle with, okay, same sides, 1 plus 1 and this will be root 2. But what is the process here? One is 6 and another one is 8. Okay. One is 6 and the other one is 8. So this is 45 degree when this is 45 degree. Okay. Now what happens if you have, okay, you have just extended this. Okay, you have just extended this. Now what will this become? It will become less than 45. Okay, less than 45. So an angle less than 45 degrees north of east. Okay, see anything complicated here? Just keep on moving. You see this is 45 degrees. If you move this side, what is happening? It becomes a straight line. If you keep on moving this side, what will happen? This angle will keep on decreasing. Okay, simple concept. Okay, so it is this. So this is definitely an easy one. Okay, so under easy, one more. Okay, and all the easy questions, remember again, okay, go in terms of rounds. Okay, all these questions you have to, okay, you have to finish them in, okay, in round 1. Round 1 is for all those questions which you know how to do, okay, and you can solve them within a minute. Okay, you need to finish these easy questions first. Next. Okay, next is a passage. 7 books. So now these are matrix type of questions. Okay, these are matrix type of questions or arrangement type questions. So what do you need to do? Just represent all the data given here. Okay, 7 books. P, Q, R, S, T, U and V are placed side by side. So P, Q, R, S, T, U and V. Okay, and how to know, okay, how to judge whether such arrangement questions are matrix type or they are tabular form, okay, or they are linear or circular. Okay, whenever any, okay, any variable, okay, this might be books, this might be friends, okay, has more than 2 properties, it is always suggested, okay, it is always suggested to make it in a matrix form. Okay, it is always suggested to make it in a matrix form. So 7 books P, Q, R, S, T, V are placed side by side. Okay, now colors, blue covers. Okay, so covers are R, Q and T have blue, R, blue, blue, blue. Okay, R, Q and T have blue covers and all other books have red colors. Okay, red, 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 red. Okay, and only S and U are new books. Okay, Next one is age. Only S and U. Only S and U are new books. Okay. New, S and U. New. Remaining all are old, 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 old and old. Okay. Next. P, R and S are law reports. Okay. Subject. Okay. P, R and S are law reports. P, R and S. Law, 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 and remaining rest are gazetteers. That means they are gazettes. Okay. Gazette. Okay. The books of old gazettes with blue covers are, so we need old, gazette and blue. You see, first what do we need? Okay, always pick up. Okay, pick up which is, okay, since this is an easy question, you did not okay, worry. We need blue, right? So how many blue are there? Okay, these three are blue, and in blue we need gazette. Okay, so these two are gazettes and these two are also old. So what is the answer? It is Q and T. Okay, it is Q and T. Okay, hardly 30 seconds if you tabulate the data the correct way. Okay, if you tabulate the data correct way. Okay, easy question, right? So okay, so with this 7 plus 3, okay, 10 questions. Okay. Next, replace the incorrect term. Replace the incorrect term by correct term in the given sequence. By correct term in the given sequence, where odd terms and even terms follow the same pattern. Okay, odd terms and even terms follow the same pattern. See, I have given pattern even for you. Okay, he is asked us that odd. Okay, all odd terms and even terms. Okay, odd terms and even terms follow the same pattern. You see, so these all are. Okay, 1, 3, okay, and 5. These all are even terms, and these all are odd terms. Okay, there is a common pattern between them. If you see here, okay, what is the difference between 3 and 7? 4. 7 and 13, 6. 13 and 21, 8. So it is, okay, it is just addition of 2. Okay, addition of 2 for the common difference. The common difference is being increased by 2. Okay, now the same pattern should be repeated in even digits also, right? Okay, the same pattern should be repeated in even digits. So first one should have been, the common difference has been a 4. Second one, the common difference has to be 6, and third one, the common difference has to be 8. And okay, now this is all good, 8, 10, 6. But where does the problem come? The problem comes in 2 and 4. Okay, so how to rectify this problem? Okay, the difference is 2, okay, but you need to make the common difference as 4. So if you make this as 0, okay, if you make this as 0, okay, the pattern will be fulfilled. Okay, same pattern will be manifested across both the even digits and the odd digits. Okay, next, easy, right? You see, we are not even through half of the question paper, and still, okay, the questions of medium difficulty, we have never seen a question which is hard. Okay, till now either medium or easy. So one more question goes into the bag for easy. Next, following is a matrix of certain entries. Okay, the entries follow a certain trend row wise, so they follow a certain trend row wise. Choose the missing entry. You see, A, B and C, A, B and C, so it has to be A and C are there, so it has to be B. Next, 7 plus 3, 10, 3 plus 6, 9, so 10 plus 3B. Okay, is there even difficulty in finding the pattern? Okay, just a look at the table itself will give you the option. Again, one more, easy. Okay, 7 plus 3 plus 1 again. Okay. So how many questions? 10. Okay. Out of 15 questions, 12 were of the easy kind. Okay. Assume at least you have solved 20 questions. Okay. You have solved 20 questions and 20 passages. Okay. 20 passages is not a great feat. Okay. It is what an average person who had good comprehension can be expected to. Okay. 20 plus 12. Okay. You are almost in the touching distance of the cutoff, and you have not even gone through half of the paper. Okay. You are still in what? Question number 20 or 21? Acha, 28. 28. Okay. Now next one. You are given two identical sequences. You are given two identical sequences in two rows. Okay. What is, so all these patterns have, okay, both the sequences, okay, both the sequences have a common pattern. Okay. Now tell me, what is the common pattern? Okay, every time look for this. Will this be addition? Okay, just look at here. Addition can be, you see, the starting digit is 8. Okay, the ending digit is 236.5. Okay, if you add something plus 2 plus, okay, plus 4 plus 6 plus 8, okay, you can never go. Okay, this is called delta. Delta is difference between first digit and the next digit. Okay, the delta will always be small for addition. Okay, delta is it's just a technical term for average. Okay, it's a technical term for the change. Okay, change for the next and the previous digit. Okay, so you see your delta, it is starting from 8 and it has suddenly, okay, gone to 236.25. So this should give you a clue that it is, okay, definitely some sort of multiplication is involved. It is not a pure addition based question. Okay. Now you see 8. Okay. 8. How can you get 4 from 8? 8 is 8 by 2 or multiplication by 0.5. Okay, 8 by 2 or multiplication by 0.5. Now 4 and 6. Okay, 4 ones are 4 and 4 plus 2, 2 is 0.5 of 4. Okay, so 4 into 1.5 is 6. Now I find a pattern here. 4 into 1.5 is 6. Next, 6 into 2.5 is 15. 6 2s are 12 and half of 6 is 3. 12 plus 3 is 15. So this will be 3.5, this will be 4.5, you see. Okay. Now okay, what is the entry in the place of C for sequence 2? You see, do you really need to calculate? I keep on telling you. Okay, pro 1. Okay, what is pro? Process, redistribution and options. You see, he has started in 5. What he wants the okay, entry in the place of C, right? Okay, you see the multiples from here. Only one multiple is less than 1. Remaining two are greater than 1. So what will be the value? If it is, know that both the sequence are following the same pattern, right? Okay, you need not even find out 5 into 0.5. Okay, 2.5 into 1.5. There is not even need for that. You see, that's why I tell you UPSC is your friend. Okay, you see the options here. 8 has become 15. 8 has become 15. 8 has become 15. So 5 has to become something greater than 5 itself, right? 5 has to become something greater than 5 itself. Why? Because these two follow the same pattern. Okay, now you see, can this be 5? No. Okay, can this be 2.5 less than that? No. Okay, now so 8 is, okay, 8 is almost 3 times. 8 is almost, sorry, 8 2s are 16. 8 is just 2 above, just sorry 15 is just a notch below 2 multiple, okay. 15 is just a notch below 2 multiple. So 5 2s are 10, okay. The remaining digit has to be a notch below 10. See, okay. Just by observation, if you are a good observer, okay, you need not even get into calculations, okay. For people who calculate this, they might take, okay, because most of the people, okay, their calculative ability are average. Let's not say worse, but average. So instead of doing all this, if you have just the temerity for a second to look at the options, okay, you see 2.5, 5, okay. So the answer is C. For those who are, okay, curious, it will be 5 into 0.5 is 2.5, right? Next 2.5 into 1, okay, 2.5 into 1.5. Next this into again 2.5, right? This multiplied by this digit. So 25 into 25, okay, 25 is 625, okay, and 2 decimals. So 6.25 into 1.5, okay. 6 ones are 6 and 6 threes are 9, okay. Considering only this digit, it is somewhere in 9, okay. Even this gives you 9.375, okay. Always in UPSC, okay, look for patterns, and do not, okay, do not finish a question without looking at the options. Options are important, okay. Always remember this: process, redistribution and options, okay. Follow this, you will definitely, okay, you will see yourself improving your efficiency and this, okay. Now a person from, okay, a person X from a place A and another person from place Y, sorry, a person X from a place A and another person Y, sorry, a person X from place A and another person Y from place B set out at the same time to walk towards each other. The places are separated by a distance of 15 kilometers. X walks with an uniform speed of 1.5 kilometers and Y walks with an uniform speed of 1 kilometer in the first hour with a uniform speed of 12.5 kilometer per hour, in the second hour and with a uniform speed of 1.5 kilometer, and in the third hour, okay, so on and so forth. So, okay, this person, the person one works, okay, one walks at a constant rate of 1.5, okay. So the other person increases his rate, okay. In first hour, okay, in first hour he walks at 1 kilometer, next 1.5, 1.25, okay. So there will be a 0.25 increment in his kilometers per hour, increment in his speed, okay, increment in his speed, okay. Now I will tell you how most people solve this, okay, and the best way to solve this problem, okay. So, okay, the crude way or the vanilla way to solve such problems is, okay, just without taking, okay, all the data into the picture, okay, just start solving the question, okay. So this is 15 kilometers, okay, 15 kilometers in 1 hour, okay, in 1 hour he walks 1.5, next in another hour he walks 1.5, and in another hour he walks 1.5. This person he walks 1 kilometer, next 1.25, 1.5, 1.75, so on and so forth, okay. So distance that needs to be covered is 15, okay, distance that needs to be covered is 15, okay. So for every hour, how much gap is being reduced? Being reduced? This person is walking at 1, And for the first hour, this person is walking at 1.5. So what is the total gap covered? 2.5. Okay, and in the next hour, the second hour, this person is still walking at 1.5. Now this has increased to 0.25. So there will be 2.75 increment. Okay, next in the third hour, the increment will be another 2.5. It will be 3. Okay, and in the fourth hour, this will be 3.25. Okay, and the fifth hour, it will be 3.5. In the sixth hour, it will be 3.75. Let us assume this. Now we want all this gap to add up to 15. All this gap to add up to 15. You see. Okay, so 6.25, 3 plus 3.25, 6.25, 6.25 plus 3, 3.5, okay, 9.75, 9.75 plus 2.75, okay, this is 75, 75 is 1.5, okay, 10, 11, this is 12.5, 12.5 and 2.5, it is 15. Okay, so at the end of 5 hours, they meet. Okay, at the end of 5 hours they meet. Okay, so let us see the statements now. Okay, they take 5 hours to meet. Next. Okay, so the options given are, just one second. Okay, the options given are 1. First statement is they take 5 hours to meet. Yes, they took right. First hour, second hour, third hour, fourth hour, fifth hour. Okay, and the second statement is, okay, they meet exactly in the middle. Okay, that means both must have covered equal distance. So how much distance is he covering? 1.5 into 5, which will be 7.5, right? 1.5 into 5, 7.5. That means if one person has covered 7.5, the other person will definitely would have covered 7.5. So both the statements are true. Okay, both the statements are true. Okay, now what is the best way to do this? Okay, by recognizing the patterns inherent. Okay, if you observe, the options here, okay, they are telling that they take 5 hours to meet. So we can rule whether statement 2 is false or not, okay, by just by taking, what if they supposedly take 5 hours to meet. Okay, supposedly take 5 hours to meet. What if they supposedly take 5 hours to meet? Okay, so what is the pattern here? Okay, yesterday I have told you about AP. What is an AP? Arithmetic progression is always in those patterns. You will find this a common occurrence in all of these 3 years question paper, that there are questions which are based upon AP. And how do you recognize that? Anywhere, if the second step, if the difference between the steps is same, there is definitely involvement of AP here. Now you see, the second person, is increasing at a rate of 0.25. So 1, 1.25, 1.5, 1.75 and 2, right? Okay, 1.75 and 2. Okay, suppose assuming 5 steps, because he has given this, I will verify if it is 5 step, otherwise I will leave it. Okay, now you understand this is an AP, right? Okay, if this process is mental, you see how much time we have allocated for the vanilla type, and see here. Okay, 1.25. What is What is the average of an AP, or what are the sums of an AP? I told you it is nothing but number of terms into the middle term, number of terms into middle term, okay, which is 1.5, or I gave you one more one, number of terms into first term plus last term by 2, 2 plus 1 by 2, which is 1.5. How many terms are there? 5 terms. 5 terms into 1.5, it is 7.5. That means, okay, and you see the other case, his work, okay, he is working at a constant rate of 1.5. You see, this is same as the average of the second person. This is same as the average of the second person. What is an average? Average is that hypothetical equalizer where, okay, the hypothetical quantity where every step is equals to, okay, when every step is equals to the average, you will get the same total. That means the total, how much each person has worked, since the average is same, it is 1.5 in this case, 1.5 in this case too. That means they will meet in middle and it is 5 hours to meet. You see how easy this is, okay, instead of doing, okay, first hour, second hour, third hour, okay, instead of going through all that, this is just becomes an observation problem, given that you take the help of options, and you are reminded of AP, arithmetic progression. You will keep on seeing this. I cannot stress on how important arithmetic progression is, okay. There will definitely be, okay, even in this paper itself, there will be 2 or more questions where you will again see the importance of AP, okay. If you understand that there is an arithmetic progression there, okay, you will be better able to solve the question, okay. Is this clear? Next. Next one. Oh, beautiful one, okay. So a student appeared in 6 papers, okay. The maximum marks are same for each paper. His marks in these papers are in proportion of 5:6:7:8:9:10. Okay. Many people, they do this the mechanical way. But seeing this, what you should understand, whenever a consecutive numbers are given, or whenever the difference is same, okay, there is always arithmetic progression that is involved. And you can take help of arithmetic progression to solve the problem faster. Okay. Now let us see both ways of solving this. Just one second, try to keep solving that question. Okay. I know many of you might have already solved it, but think of the most efficient way to solve the problem. Okay. Just reinvent your, okay, or okay, reorganize your thought process. Okay. Now think in terms of AP. Okay, that is all I can say. Okay, you will definitely have. Okay. So again, starting with easy. Okay, we have seen 15 questions and 3 were only of medium level. This is round 2 questions. This is round 1 questions. Okay. Now let's get back. Okay. So okay, this is question number 30. Okay, if I want to solve mechanically, what we'll do, we'll just assume, instead of thinking how to solve, we'll just assume that there is some number. Okay, so a student appeared in 6 papers. Okay, so I'll assume the maximum marks in, okay, each paper is 100x. So in 6 papers, how much it will be? It will be 600x. Okay, next, the maximum marks are same for the each paper. Okay, his marks in each of these papers are in the proportion of 5 is to 6 is to 7 is to 8 is to 9 is to 10. Okay, and overall he scored 60%. That means out of the 600x, he scored how much? 60%. So 60% of 600x is, okay, do not calculate, try to calculate this mentally. Okay, 60% is 6 into 10%. Okay, what is 10% of 600x? Okay, it is 60x. 60x into 6 is 360x. Okay, so the total marks he has obtained is 360x. What is this 360x made up of? Okay, 360 is made up of 5 parts, 6 parts, 7 parts, 8 parts, 9 parts and 10 parts. Okay, so what is the total count? Same, 5 plus 6, 11, 11 plus 7, 18, 18 plus 8, 26, 26 plus 9, 35, 35 plus 10, 45. Okay, so 45 parts is 360x. Okay, 45 parts is 360x. Each part will be 360x by 45. Okay, so 9 5s are 45, 9 4s are 36, 40x, 5. Okay, so it is 8x. So each part is 8x. So what will be all this value? Okay, each part is 8x. So 5 parts will become 40x. Okay, next 48x, 8 7s are 56x, 8 8s are 64x, 8 9s are 72x, and 82 will be 80x. Okay, so these are his actual marks. These are his actual marks. Okay, so each question paper is 100x. Okay, the question is finally asking in how many of these papers did he score less than 60% of the maximum mark? 60% of 100x is 60x. Okay, you see, in how many papers has he scored, okay, less than 60x? It is 3 papers. So answer is 3. Okay, so the answer is 3. Okay, this is the plain way. Okay, this is the plain way. Okay, now you will be shocked, okay, if you just understand the pattern. Okay, you see, when his marks are 5 is to 6 is to 7 is to 8 is to 9 is to 10. Okay, don't you think it is in an AP? 5 plus 1 6, 6 plus 1 7, 7 plus 1 8, 8. Okay, 9 and 10. Okay, now what did he say? His average. Okay, what will be his average? Okay, he scored 60% of the marks. Okay, overall he scored 60% of the marks. Okay, overall he scored 60% of the marks. So what is an average? Average is that imaginary, okay, imaginary per head value, imaginary per head equal value, okay, which returns the same sum as, okay, which returns the same sum as the actual value. Now we have already seen yesterday, okay, what will be the average of this arithmetic progression? It will be in middle of, okay, in middle of, see, there are 1 2 3 4 5 6 terms. Okay, so the middle will lie in, okay, if there are n terms, if n is even, the middle will lie in n by 2 and n by 2 plus 1. So 6 by 2 is 3, okay, 3 and 4, the middle will lie in third and fourth term. So this is, okay, he scored 60% of this mark. So his average is, okay, overall he scored 60% of the, now you see, just by assuming, okay, by invocating the properties of this, okay, this is 60%. In how many subjects did he score less than 60%? 1, 2, 3. You see how simple it is. Do you need to calculate anything? Okay, nothing. Just I have applied the concept of arithmetic progression and the concept of average, and the concept of average. Average is per head equal value, which returns, okay, which returns the same sum as the values. You see, his average has to be in the middle, and he scored 60% marks, okay, in total. Okay, now this will be, you see, you compare the time taken for this, okay, half of this process is mental. I just to elaborate, I have said out loud, okay, all this process is mental. If you are able to observe that there is an AP here, okay, and there is an average given here, okay, if you just observe those 2 points, this is just okay, this is just a 10-second problem or an oral problem, okay, instead of spending all your time in doing this, okay. If you could observe, okay, the pattern here, that's why I give you always pro. P is recognize, okay, follow the process, or also recognize the patterns, okay, patterns. You will keep on seeing this. This is not in question, okay, in 2021. You will see the same thing in 2022, 2023 too, okay. So is this clear? Good way to solve the problem, right? Okay. Now let's go for the next one. So the answer is B. Okay, in 3 subjects he got less. Same. Yesterday we have discussed such type of problems. Okay, what are these? These all are tabular type of problems where, okay, you will have 2 different patterns. Okay, so can we count this as easy, right, if you understand the pattern? So one more goes for easy. Okay, now let us solve this. Okay, in a group of 120 people, 80 are Indian, rest are all foreigners. Okay, there is a group, Indian, foreigners. Okay, and next there is another categorization. Okay, whenever you see these 2 categorizations, okay, they will be divided into either okay, Indians or foreigners, or girls or boys, or school A or school B. You will keep on finding this in each of those. Okay, in each year. Okay, so the Ramban for all this is just tabulate the form in a correct way. Okay, so English, EN dash is people who don't speak English. Okay, in a group of 120 people, 80 are Indians. 80 are Indians. That means 40 are foreigners. Okay, further 70 persons. Okay, further 70 persons in the group. Further 70 persons in the group. So total people who speak English is 70. Okay, total people who speak English is 70. Okay, the number of Indians, okay, the number of Indians who speak English, the number of Indians, okay, who speak English is, if you see, okay, if you see the options, it is given 20, 30, okay, 20, 30, C, 30 or less, D, 30 or more. Okay, so the options reflect, okay, that you cannot conclusively say that, because 2 options are just ranges. It could be some value more than 30, some value less than 30. That means, okay, by seeing the options itself, you should get an idea. Okay, this is not, you will not get a conclusive value. You need to find out the range. Okay, now you see, what is the maximum? Okay, maximum, I want maximum number of people speaking English to be Indians. What I will need to do? I will allocate all the 70 people to Indians. So how many foreigners will speak English? 10. Okay, so maximum Indians who speak English is 70 now. Okay, so you see the options, he is just asking for a range. Range is, okay, we do not know the conclusive value, but we know, okay, from this limit to this limit will be the range of people here. Okay, now I want to, okay, I have found out the maximum number of Indians who can speak English. Now the other side, what is the minimum number of people who can speak English? Okay, it is 70. If I allocate all the 70 speaking, okay, out of all the 70 speaking people, maximum to foreigners, I want to find out the minimum number of Indians who speak. That means I need to allocate maximum for foreigners. So maximum foreigners are 40. That means, okay, Indians who speak English are at the minimum 30. So 70 is the maximum range, 30 is the minimum range. 70 is the maximum, 30 is the minimum. So what will be the number of Indians who speak English? It will be 30 plus. Again, any difficulty, okay, nothing, just know how to, okay, how to represent the data. The answer is right in front of you. Okay, the answer is right in front of you. So one more for the easy. 10 plus 1, okay, we'll consider, okay, we'll consider that average, okay, average problem, okay, where the student scored more than 60% as average. You see, out of 21 questions, 18 are of easy difficulty. That's why I keep telling you, okay, CSAT is not difficult. CSAT is not difficult. Okay. Next one. Beautiful question. Okay. Consider, okay, consider all 3-digit numbers, without repetition of the digits. Okay. Consider all 3-digit numbers without repetition of digits obtained using 3 non-zero digits which are multiples of 3. Okay, which are multiples of 3. Let S be their sum. Okay. Now at the outset, okay, at the outset it may look like it is a difficult question. Okay, it is a difficult question, but just I told you, okay, all such questions, what is needed? The 3 steps I gave you. Okay, first find out, okay, find out the number of places. Next, find out the number of possibilities. Okay, find out the number of possibilities. Okay, you see how easily can this be solved? Okay, and I am going to give you a connection itself. The same pattern you will remember it in 2022 too. Okay, 2022 has a special connection to this problem. Okay, we'll see. Okay, we'll see even in 22. I'll remind you when we do 2022, but we'll also do this. Okay, so 3-digit numbers. Okay, consider all 3-digit numbers. Okay, without repetition of digits. Well and good. Obtained using 3 non-zero digits which are multiples of 3. 3 non-zero digits which are multiples of 3. What are multiples of 3? 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6, 3 threes are 9. Okay, these are the only 3 digits. Only 3 digits that are responsible for this. Okay. Now let S be their sum. Okay. So we have formed, okay, we have formed all the numbers. We have formed all, okay, let S be the sum of all the possible numbers with 3, 6 and 9. With 3, 6 and 9. Okay. So he has given which of the following are correct. S is always divisible by 74. Okay. And S is always divisible by 9. S is always divisible by 9. Okay, looking like a difficult problem? Nah, you see how easily this is. You see, when we distribute, okay, there are no repetitions here. The digits are 3, 6 and 9. Okay, the digits are 3, 6 and 9. Okay, when you distribute, what happens here? when you distribute, what happens in each digit? Okay, 3 will come twice, 6 will come twice, and 9 will come twice. In the same way, for all the digits, the same, okay, the same pattern gets repeated. Okay, can you observe this, right? Because 2 permutations are there. Okay, once you fix 3, there are 2 possibilities, 6 and 9 and 9 and 6. In the same way, you know that, okay, all permutation problems are symmetrical. Okay, that means there will be equal distribution among all the places. Okay, there will be equal distribution among all the places. So what does, okay, what does column sum mean? What is this? 3, 6 plus 9 into 2, right? Okay, 3 plus 6 is 9, 9 plus 9 is 18, 18 into 2 is 36. Okay, so each, okay, so each digits place, okay, or each place, units place, digit place, sorry, units place, tens place and hundreds place will return a sum of 36. Okay, so in the first place it will be 6. Okay, so units place, tens place, hundreds place. Okay, hundreds place, each will return a sum of 36. 6. Okay, 36 plus the carry from here, so this will be 39. Okay, 39. So 3 again, carry from here 6. Okay, it will be 3996. Okay, so this is the total sum of all the digits here. Now you see, so this is 3996. You see, now he is asking, okay, SA is divisible by, okay, SA is always divisible by 9. You see, 9 gone, 3 plus 6 9. Okay, so definitely, okay, SA is divisible by 9. Next, 3996, statement 1 is, okay, SA is always divisible by 74. Okay, SA is always divisible by 74. Okay, one way of doing this is, you can simply, okay, divide this by 74. Okay, and find out whether this, okay, this number is divisible or not. Okay, this number is divisible by, okay, this is actually divisible by 74. Okay, let me give you some, okay, some tricks to make this easier. You see, this is in 75, okay, or 7.5. What is this? This is in 40s. What multiple of 7 is near 40s? 7 5s are 35, 7 6s are 42. Okay, 7 6s are 42. So something must have to be in, okay, in 60s. And what multiple of 4 will result in a 6? What multiple of 4 will result in a 6? Okay. So for 24, 4 8 3s are 12, 4 4s are 16. Okay, both. Okay, 4 and 9 both will result in, okay, both will result in 6 number. Okay, 4 4s are 16 and 4 9s are 36. That means if it is divisible, the unit digit has to be either 9 or a 6. Okay, and it has to be in the vicinity of, okay, in the vicinity of 60s. Now let us try for 74 into, okay, 74 into, let us try with a smaller number. Okay, 74 into 59. Okay, 9 4s are, okay, so you need, okay, 74 into 59. Okay, a good shortcut for 2-digit multiplication is, okay, first multiply this 36, multiply this, okay, 35. Next cross multiply, 7 9s are 63 plus 4 5s are 20. Okay, 4 5s are 20. This is 83. Just leave a gap and write this. You see, this already goes into 40s. So, okay. So it is, take a lesser number, 74 into, sorry, 54. Okay, 4 4s are 16, 7 5s are 35. Next, 7 4s are 28 plus 20. Okay, 28 plus 20, which is 48, 6, 9, 9 and 3996. So it is 54. Okay, so it is divisible by 74. Okay, you could either verify it this way or, okay. Second one, okay, second one is just, okay, find out what is 74 made up of. 74 prime factors, okay, 37 into 2. So if this number is divisible by both 2 and 37, okay, then whole number is divisible by 74. Whole number is divisible by 74. You see, 6 unit digit is even, so it is definitely divisible by 2. Okay, so what will this be? 3996 by 2 will be 2 1s are, okay, and this will be 19. 2 9s are 18. Again, 2 9s are 18. Okay, 2 8s are 16. Okay, if this is divisible by 37, if this is divisible by 37, okay, then your whole number is divisible by, then your whole number is divisible by, or 3994, okay, will be divisible by this. Okay, so this is one way. So we have seen the second way too. Now let us really apply divisibility rules here. Okay, 3996 divisible by 37 into 2. Okay, what was the first way? Okay, we have seen the first way as just okay, normal subtraction, just assuming the value, okay, assuming the value and see what is the average value and focusing on the unit digit. Second one was, okay, dividing it into primes and seeing whether those primes, whether the number is divisible by primes or not. Okay, the third way to solve this is divisibility rule. Okay, what is divisibility rule for 37? Okay, you know the same pattern in 2022 was regarding 1001. Okay, you will if you know that there are special numbers like this, okay, 1001, you would have solved directly 3 questions in 2022. Okay, now this is also another special number. What is that special number? 999. 999 is 37 into 27. 999 is 37 into 27. So, okay, so the divisibility rule for 999 will be applicable for 37 too. And what is the rule for 999? Okay, what is the divisibility rule for 999? Same, this is 10 to the power of n minus 1. Okay, what is the rule for 10 to the power of 1 minus 1? 9. 9 is division into compartments of n, division into compartments of n and addition of all the compartments, right? In the same way, this is what 999 is, 10 to the power of 3 minus 1. So divide the number into 3 components. Okay, divide the number into 3 components, 996. Okay, now add all the components, 996 plus 3, it is 999. So this is divisible by 999, right? That means this is also divisible by 37. Okay, this is also divisible by 37. Okay, so the number is already, because it contains a 2, it is divisible by 2 and it is already divisible by 37. So this becomes easy. You see, rather than the first way and the second way, how easy, okay, it is if you just follow the divisibility rules. Okay, so note down this number. Okay, we'll see special numbers like this. 999 is 37 into 27. Okay, the factors of 999 are 37 into 27. Okay, and let me just give you one more tidbit. Okay, any number of the form any number of the form AAA, okay, any number of the form AAA can be expressed as 37 into 3 into A, okay. Any number of the form AAA can be expressed as 37 into 3 into A. For example, if it is 111, what are its factors? 37 into A is 1, so 37 into 3 into 1. In the same way, 222, what are its factors? 37 into 3 into 2, okay. 333, it is 37 into 3 into 3, okay. So remember this, okay. This year you might get a problem on this, okay. Just like how, okay. So if you would have observed this in 2021 itself, you will find out a special number which is, okay, which is just nearer to it. What is the 999? There is 1000. Sorry, there is 1000. 999 is just one below it. So if you just extend this, 1001 is just one above it. Okay, so 1001 is 13. Okay, is 11 into 7 into 13. Okay, why is this special? 1, it is in the form of 10 cube plus 1, in the form of 10 cube plus 1. Another one is these are 3 consecutive numbers. Okay, 7 is a prime number, the next prime number is 11, and the next prime number is 13. Okay, if you, okay, if you are just extended this in, if you have known this in 2021, okay, 2022 would have been a cakewalk. 3 questions were directly from this pattern itself, okay, this pattern itself. Okay, so let's get back to the question. So would you agree this is easy? Okay, okay, for your sake, because you need to know a diagram, okay, you need to know the process behind, or okay, calculating those or seeing the permutations and all, adding up, and the, okay, even if it is mechanical, it might take some more time. So with the benefit of doubt, I am giving you a medium. Okay, so out of 22 questions that we have seen now, 18 are easy and 4 were only not just difficult, they were of a, okay, medium level difficulty. Until now we have never found a question which is difficult. Okay, and even if you have just solved this, if you have just solved these 18 questions, hardly they take 1 minute. Okay, hardly take 1 minute. In 1 hour you would have been assured of your clearance in CSAT. Okay, so always attempt CSAT paper in terms of rounds, round 1, round 2, round 3. Round 1 should be all those questions, okay, which are easy and which you are able to solve in, okay, 1 minute. Now let's get back to the paper. Next again, okay, 2 classes, okay, 2 classes A and B having 25 and 30 students respectively. Okay, 2 classes A and B having 25 and 30 students respectively. Okay, 25 and 30 students respectively. Okay, so this is class A, this is in A. Okay, there are 25 students, there are 30 students. In class A, the highest score is 21, highest score is 21, the lowest score is 17. Highest score is 21 and the lowest score is 17. Okay, in class B, the highest score is 30, the highest score is 30 and the lowest score is 22, and the lowest score is 22. So just at this question itself you can understand that the level of class B is much more higher than class A. Okay, 4 students are shifted from class A to class B. Okay, 4 students are shifted from class A to class B. So consider the following statement: the average score of class B will definitely decrease. You see, all the class A students are lesser than the average. All the class A students are lesser than the average. So, okay, or lesser than the level of B students. So, whatever be those 4 students, they might be in 21 or they might be nearer to 17, okay. Because the level of B is higher, whenever you add from A to B, definitely the level of B will decrease. Next, the average score of class A will definitely increase, is it? Suppose out of this 25 students, okay, 25 students, some students are near 21 and 17, okay, 21 and 17, okay. So, if you remove students, okay, if you remove students who are near 17, okay, so the remaining students have an average, okay, you are removing from the lesser portion, you are removing from the lesser end of the range. So, what will happen? The average will increase, right, okay. If you are removing from the lesser portion 1, the number of students have reduced, and average is what? Average is, I told you, per person value, that means if there is something extra, what does average does? Your average redistributes to the lower person, okay. Now, if you remove from the lower range, whatever it is redistributed, it comes back to higher level, okay, so average increases. But if you remove, okay, from a higher level, what happens, okay, whatever that is compensating this, you are removing whatever that is compensating this, so the average will fall a little further, okay. So, you cannot definitely say that the average of class A increase, it depends upon near what value, okay, the students that are removed, okay, belong to which group, are they near 17 or they nearer 21, okay. So, definitely only one is true, okay, only one is true, okay. So, for all statement based questions, okay, you just need to see are the conditions satisfied or not, okay. You need not solve the problem, that is the beauty of statement based questions, okay. If your basics are correct, okay, you will definitely solve. All statement based questions are useful, okay, all statement based questions will be a shot in your arm, okay. Just you need not solve. Why? Because you can get the answer without solving them. Excuse me. Okay, consider 2 statements and a question. Priya is 4 ranks below Seema, okay. So, statement 1, Priya is 4 ranks, this is Seema, and Priya is 4 ranks, okay, Priya is 4 ranks below Seema, okay, and she is 31st from the bottom, okay, and this is 31. Next, Ina is 2 ranks above Seema, this is Seema, and this is Ina. Ina is 2 ranks above Seema and is 37th from the bottom, okay, and she is 37th from the bottom, okay. What is Seema's rank from the top of the class? Okay. To find out what is her rank from the top, what do you need? Either of these 2 persons positions, okay, or the total number of people, okay. You already know her rank, okay, from the bottom. If you, okay, from the total persons you remove her bottom rank, what you will get? You will get her top rank, okay, and this information is provided in the question itself. That means for both the statements we have total number of students, okay, So, from each question, okay, even from both the statements, we know rank from the bottom and we know the total number of students. So, if you find out the distance minus of the total students, you will definitely get the top, and the same way here, okay. So, either statement 1 alone or statement 2 alone is sufficient to answer the question, okay. Either of these statements is sufficient to answer the question. See, Do you need to actually solve this? No. If you just need to know what is needed to solve a problem, I am given ranking from the bottom. Okay, if total number of people are there, if I remove rank from the bottom, what will I get? I will get rank from the top. Okay. So, okay. So never leave. Okay, many people feel statement based questions are difficult, that you need to solve the problem, and there are statements for each and you need to solve each statement and find out. Nothing, no fear of that. Okay, all questions that UPSC asks is based upon just to test your logic. Okay, how good your logic skill is. Okay, clear, easy, right? So again, +18 1, and we have done, actually we have done 2, right? 2 statement based questions, both were easy. Okay, okay, we have already allotted this here. Okay, so it is 18 +1. Okay, consider the 2 statements and a question. Consider 2 statements and a question. Okay, statement 1, each of A and D, each of A and D is heavier than each of B, F and D. So okay, A and D is heavier than, each of A and D is heavier than each of B, E and F. Okay, but none of them is heaviest, Okay, next, A is heavier than D. Okay, well and good. A is heavier than D, but is lighter than C. AV is heavier than D, but A is lighter than C. Okay. Now, who is the heaviest among A, B, C, D and E? Okay. Who is the heaviest among A, B, C, D and E? Okay. Now, this is the question. Now, consider the statement 1 individually, consider statement 2 individually, next consider statement A and B individually. You see, there are 5 people given, A, B, C, okay, there are 5 people given, and already, okay, we were given account of 4 people being, none of them are heaviest, you see, 5 people given and already 4, we know the information regarding A, D, B and E. Okay, so these are not the heaviest. Then who is the heaviest? There are 5 people given, 4 people are not the heaviest. Who is the heaviest? The person who is left out. Okay, so just with, you see, anything, is there any logic required here or any complicated calculation? Nothing, just read the statement and apply it to the statement. Okay, apply it to the question. So with the statement 1 itself, it can be proved. Now let us see with just with statement 2, can we prove it or not? A is heavier than D. Okay, A is heavier than D, but is lighter than C. Okay, so we have information regarding A, D and C. Now, do we know the relationship between C, D and B and E? Okay, C, A and D and B and E? No. So just with statement 2, you cannot answer the question. Okay, you cannot answer the question. Now you see the options. Statement 1 alone is sufficient to answer the question. Yes. Statement 2 alone, no. Okay, both statement 1 and statement 2 are required to answer the question. No, for statement 1 you need not require statement 2. Okay, neither statement 1. No, this is absolutely false. Okay, you see how simple this is. Just write the numbers and compare. Okay. Last one. Okay, so we'll finish today's session here. Okay, so again let me just go back to that. Okay, or let me solve this, and then in English alphabet, first four letters in opposite order, and the next four letters in opposite order, okay, and so on. Okay, how many letters are there? 26. Okay, while reading this, people, okay, whenever you read a question which you are familiar with, okay, take a second and okay, the one way people try to solve this is they'll just write all the numbers A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and then they'll divide into 4, okay, and they'll mechanically do this B, C, B, A, okay, next so on and so forth, okay, and they will find what value is next to the, okay, 13th letter, okay, 13th letter. But first think of the question itself. Is there a way to solve this logically? Okay, so in the English alphabet, first four letters, okay, are written in opposite order, and the next four letters are written in opposite order, and so on. The end Y and Z are interchanged, okay. So 26 letters, okay, so you can make a group of 4. How many groups you can make? 4 6 are 24, and last two will be Y and Z. Y and Z are interchanged, okay. This is clear. Okay, do not fret, okay, when you read a question, okay, do not fret in the middle, okay, kya karna padega, reverse karna padega, nahi, just read the question to the full and see whether you can do or not, okay, so on, okay, and then so what is affected? A group of 4 is only affected, okay, or interchange, which will be fourth letter to the right of 13th letter. Which letter will be fourth letter to the right of, okay, fourth letter to the right of 13th letter. So what is the position that you required? Okay, do not go on just directly jumping into, okay, writing ABCD and doing it. What is the one that is required? You need to find out, okay, if this is 13th letter, first, second, third and fourth, 14, 15, 16, 17, you need to find the 17th letter, right? Okay, now, okay, now you see 17th letter will come in which group? You see 1 to 4 is one group, 5 to 8 is one group. You see here the end of the group will be multiples of this, so 12, 16. The starting of the group will be multiple of 12 plus 1, okay. So this is group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, okay. So group 5, okay, we want to know first digit of group 5. What is first digit of group 5? 17, 18, 19, 20, okay. This is group 5, right? Group 5 is reversed, that means 20 becomes 17, 17 becomes 20. So what is 20? EJOT, okay, for remembering, okay, the alphabet rank easily, okay. EJOT, E is 5, J is 10, O is 15, T is 20, and Y is 25, okay, and Y is 25. So because this is the normal position, and okay, they are inverted. Since a group of 4 is inverted, that means 20 will become 17. This is the fifth group. 20 will become 17 and 17 will become 20. In the same way 19, 80. But we are concerned with 17 and 20 only. So 20 will become 17. What is 20? Okay, 20 is EJO T. So the answer is T. See, it is that simple. Instead of writing, okay, A, B, C, D, all the letters, and then, okay, reverting this back. A, B, C, D, D, C, B, A, okay. Instead of writing all this and then counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 17, just put a sense, okay, put a bit of logic. Think how efficiently can I solve? What is needed? Okay, first read all the data given. Next, think of what is needed to be done. What is needed to be done? Okay. Okay, and what is asked? What is needed to be done? Everything is being reversed, and you need to find out only the 17th position. 17th position. If it was normal, we would have gone by this, but what happened? It reversed. So find out what happens to 17th. Okay, the group belongs to the fifth group. Okay, 1 to 4, 5 to 8, 12. The group belongs to fifth group, 17 to 20. Okay, this gets reversed, so 20 becomes 17. You see how easy this is, rather than, okay, writing all that numbers and finding out. Okay, so the answer is T. Okay. So, would you rate this as easy or difficult? Okay. So, okay. Even being liberal with, okay, even if you don't understand, if you write the whole alphabetical sequence and go, okay, this might take a time. So, being liberal, okay, with with the classification, I am giving it, okay, of a medium difficulty. You see, still, so how many? 19 questions here, 5 questions here, okay. Out of 25 questions that we have seen till now, okay, probably quant, okay, you will get either 55 to 58 questions, or 28 questions will be, so, okay, 52, 53, 54 like that, okay. It varies above 50 only. So, from today and yesterday we have solved 25 questions. Out of this 25 questions, okay, 19 are direct application of basic concepts only, and even when there are basic concepts involved, even if the calculation is a bit longer, okay, I have given you efficient ways to solve that. Even if you don't get the efficient ways to solve, okay, these questions are of medium difficulty only, okay, medium difficulty only. So, if you just focus on, that is why I keep on hammering, you should attempt your CSAT paper. In fact, even for GS, you should attempt in terms of rounds. There will always be questions, always be direct 50%, at least 50. You see, here the percentage is more than 50, okay. I am guaranteeing you 50% of the questions can be easily solvable if you apply the basics. And I am not taking an easy paper, okay. I will prove the same thing even in 22 and 23, okay, that no matter the difficulty, just do not do not get carried in the emotion that, or do not get carried by emotions that CSAT is being difficult. No, it is pure bunkum, okay. There will always be 50% of the questions which will help, okay, especially in quant, okay, which will be solvable by just basic application, okay. So, we will end this today, and from tomorrow, since we have finished all this, we will pick up the remaining one, and this will keep on happening, okay, this will keep on happening till prelims, okay, to give you the confidence that, okay, even in the difficult years, there is always something to be done, okay, there is 50% of the paper to be done, okay, within just a minute. All I need to do is concentrate on the equal one, and I will keep on driving this point again and again, okay, to give you the confidence that CSAT is solvable, and I want each one of you to clear CSAT easily, okay. So, we will stop this here, and tomorrow we will pick up the remaining one, and for every difficult question, I have given you the efficient ways to solve those also, okay. Think of those terms, think of those patterns. One, what is the important pattern? The pattern of arithmetic progression, okay. When a common difference is there, always think of how can I implement the properties of arithmetic AP here, okay. Always think of that, and you would have seen that, okay, what a breeze it will be, okay, when you think of properties, okay. So, always remember these 3 words, the Ramban, okay. P for, okay, process or patterns, R for redistribution, O for options, okay. Never ever leave a question without reading options, okay. Take everything, every data provided by the question setter to your advantage, okay. So, we will stop here. Any doubts for today? Okay. Okay. If any doubts, feel free to contact us, okay. I am open, especially till your prelims. Can contact the admin team, okay, they will forward that to me, okay. Please do not think twice to ask any doubts, okay. So, thank you, we will finish this here, okay. Tomorrow we will see the remaining ones of 21 paper. Thank you.
Class